What's up, everybody? Today I want to talk about the rack position for the squat, more specifically for the low bar squat. So thumbs over, thumbs under, wrist flat, wrist bent, elbows tucked, elbows back. I'm going to show you exactly how I set up for the low bar squat. So for starters, one thing that I see a lot of people do wrong when they're using that low bar position is they'll put the bar on their back nice and tight. As they squat down, they're not able to keep that same position at the bottom of the squat. So what happens is, as they squat down, their elbows will push back, their wrists will bend, they'll push the bar forward, the bar will roll up their back, it'll roll down their back. So the starting position is not the same throughout the entire squat. There's too much movement while they're descending on the squat. This is wrong, and I'm gonna show you how to fix it. So when I'm squatting, I think about 2 key points. I think about my wrist position and my elbow position. I want to stabilize both of these. I don't want any movement in my wrist, and I don't want any movement in my elbow. This is actually movement of my humerus in the shoulder joint, but for a reference point, I'm referring to my elbow when I say movement in my elbow. So I want to stabilize this and this. Now, this is Gio. Gio's going to help us demonstrate. Gio, go ahead and come on out here, face the wall. So to start, in order to keep your wrist straight, me personally, in order to keep my wrist straight, I like to go with a thumbless grip. Thumb over the bar, not thumb under. And I'm going to show you why. So Gio, go ahead and grab the bar with a full grip, so your thumb's around the bar. You come on in here, Jason. So thumbs are around the bar. Now what I want you to do is go ahead and get under the barbell and get in that low bar position. Good. Now go ahead and unrack it. Okay, now, as you can see with this thumb around grip, he's got bent wrist. You can see the creases in his wrist right here. Can you see that? So you can see his bent wrist. Now, go ahead and flatten your wrist, Gio. Now, perfect. Now, as you can see, go back down, flatten your wrist again. This bar position changes. Flatten your wrists. It rolls up his back, right? We don't want any movement of the barbell. The barbell should not be resting on your back. The barbell is a part of your upper back. There should be no movement. It should be locked into position. So Gio, go ahead and bring it back down to that position. Now, I want you to spin the barbell and try to get your wrist flat. Try not to move the barbell so much. Good. Now, I'm assuming that's pretty uncomfortable and pretty stressful on the wrist, yeah?
Yes.
So you can see these creases in the hips. Gio's probably sweating it right now. Very stressful on the wrist for a lot of people, especially myself. So go ahead and rack the bar, Gio. Take a breather. Okay, so to fix that, go ahead and go with a thumbless grip. So I want you to put your thumb over the bar, okay? So Gio, we're gonna do the same thing, but you're gonna put your thumb over the bar. Now, so Gio, go ahead and grab the bar with a thumbless grip in your whatever preferred hand width you want. Good. Go ahead and go under the bar, get in that low bar position. Okay, now, Gio looks pretty good now, right? Flat wrist, the barbell's staying where it's at. Now, what I want him to do is, I want him to rotate this bar. So go ahead and bend your wrists a little bit. There you go. I want you to rotate that bar until your wrists are flat and keep the bar in position. So this bar should not move, it should just spin. Go ahead and flatten your wrists. Boom, perfect, that's what I want. Now, what I don't want you to do is, with bent wrists, I don't want you to roll the bar up your back. Right? I don't want that to happen. So back down. Now go ahead and spin the barbell into position. Boom. So it's right in that good low bar position, right? He's got flat wrists. His thumbs, he's got pretty good shoulder mobility, so his thumbs aren't bad, but his thumbs and his hands are just slightly off the bar. That's okay, that's what chalk is for. What I also want him to do is prevent any motion of the bar rolling back. So what I'm gonna do is place my hand here. I'm gonna pull back, right? And see, go ahead and let it roll, Gio. So I'm gonna pull back, and the bar wants to roll back down his back, right? I want you to prevent that from happening. Gio already knows how to squat, so he knows what I'm trying to do. Flatten your wrists, right? So if I try to pull, right, he's not letting that bar move. He's not letting that bar roll. This is going to get you in a good position that prevents the bar from feeling like it's going to roll off your back. A lot of people when they're low bar squatting say the bar feels like it's going to roll off their back. So you have to, once it's in position, you have to keep that tension on the bar so that I can't pull back on the bar like that. Go ahead and take a breather, Gio. Okay, so now that we know what our hands and our wrists are doing in the squat, I want to talk about what your elbows are doing. So I don't want